thing I want to talk about is layers of movement as it pertains to finding guillotine. As I've already mentioned earlier in this instructional, one of the biggest mistakes and one of the biggest reasons why people find so much frustration in guillotines is they try to go for guillotines when their opponents most expect them to. Okay, so for example, they'll acquire the front headlock, and then with the head already acquired and controlled, then they'll try to go for a guillotine. Guys, I have his head already acquired. If I have Angel's head already in position, Angel number one is already hyper aware and hyper focused the fact that I'm around his head and around his neck. So number one, he's already focused on that. Number two, I'm in front of him. Number three, if he has any knowledge, there's an expectation that the guillotine is nearby. What do you think? You think you're going to be able to get guillotine from that position? I don't think so. Okay? So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to distract him through what? Movement. Get him worried about other things, other threats. As his mind becomes distracted on other things, then you come back to the attack you wanted. Those other things can be things like, for example, go-behinds, breakdowns. As he's recovering from those go-behinds and those breakdowns, you're going to get the breakthrough for the guillotine. And guess what? Layers of movement. The same way you layer a cake to give it a more complex flavor profile, okay? I build different layers to it and makes the cake fancier, and I can charge more money for the cake. Likewise, the more layers of movement you create leading up to your guillotine, typically the more quality bite, the better the quality of the bite you're going to get on the guillotine itself. Okay? So say for example, if I just chain one go behind and I try to go for it, you can't succeed, don't get me wrong. But say for example, I chain two go behinds side to side, now my chances of coming back to a guillotine are stronger. Say I chain a breakdown with a go behind, and then I come back again, stronger. The more layers of movement and the more you get the guy worried about other things, the more outside attacks I can start to chain, the more he's going to leave his defenses vulnerable to his neck. Okay, now we're going to look at chaining go-behinds with your guillotines, okay? One of the best tools that you guys can use to create exposure for guillotines is go-behinds. Why is that? Well, because it plays so well against that dilemma of being in front and behind the elbows. Let's understand that when I have a front headlock, I'm in front of Angel's elbows, okay? One of the main ways that you guys can think about go-behinds is you can think of it as the action of getting behind the elbows. When I get behind the elbows, I'm now starting to get behind Angel. Guess what? If Angel wants to put me back in front of him, he has to find ways of putting me from behind his elbows back to in front of his elbows. What very often that means is, say for example, I'm behind Angel's right elbow. Angel can't just look to pull this elbow back from here. If he tries to pull the elbow back from here, I'm creating a block. Okay? Can be any block. Can be a knee block. Can be a rear knee block. Can be a lead knee block. Can be hand block. Can be arm drag. Can be a head block. Doesn't matter. The point is, I'm blocking the space behind his elbow. Okay? Again, you can use a variety of different go-behinds. I'm just trying to show you how to chain a go-behind with your guillotine entry. What Angel needs to do from here is he needs to step up on the far side because I'm getting behind him on this side. He needs to knee pound away, and now that he knee pounds away, that elbow can pull back and it can slide back, and now I'm back in front of him. Okay, so let's look at that again. Pass to the camera. Yep, butt to the camera. Right there, good. I am in front of Angel's elbows. I start to get behind Angel's elbows. Again, if Angel just stays in place and tries to pull that elbow back, he's never going to put me back in front. What he has to do is he has to step up, knee slide out, pull his elbow back, and that puts me back in front of him. But guess what? When he pulls his elbow back, you know what that's doing to the exposure, his neck exposure? Go ahead, pull your elbow back, Angel. It's increasing neck exposure. That's going to allow me to get my guillotine. Okay? So what we're going to do from here, for a headlock, first one I'm going to show, hand block go behind. I hand block. As I'm going to get behind Angel, he steps out, pivots away, and as he pulls his elbow back, I get my guillotine. Another one. I go for a knee block go behind. See, I'm here, I pull, and I block with my knee. Angel steps up, pivots away, and as he pulls his elbow back, I get my high wrist. Another one, arm drag go behind. I get an arm drag, and I start to pivot around. As Angel steps up, pivots away, I get my guillotine. The result is the same. You can use a variety of different go behinds. It doesn't really matter. Your opponent has to step up, has to move his knee out and away to create space for the hips, and he has to be able to pull that elbow back so he puts you back in front of him. When that happens, that creates exposure of the neck. And when that neck exposure is created, that's your opportunity to get your guillotine. Again, if you haven't seen the uchikomi section of this instructional, it's very important that you watch that first before watching any of these sections. Okay, now I'm gonna, as I said before, layers of movement. The more movement layers that you can layer upon each other, the more chances you will have of breaking through with your guillotine, okay? Now, I'm gonna not only go for one go behind, I'm gonna go for two go behinds and chain them together. On the second go behind, as my opponent recovers, then I go for my guillotine. And again, the go behind can vary. It can be an arm drag go behind. It can be a knee block go behind. It can be a hand block go behind. Doesn't really matter what type of go behind you use. The point is, create a strong threat behind the elbow. As you create a strong threat behind the elbow and he goes to recover, then you get your guillotine. So from here, say for example, I go for a go behind on Angel's right. Angel steps up and starts to knee pound down. As that happens, I immediately start pulling and getting for a go behind on the opposite side. Angel starts to recover again from that side, and as he recovers, that pulls me right into my high risk guillotine, and now from here, I'm going for all my finishes. Again, if you want to look at how to finish, look at the uchikomi section. I teach finishing mechanics there. Okay? Again, from here, I pull, and I go for a go behind. This time, for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to show an arm drag go behind. I go for an arm drag on one side. As Angel recovers, good. I chain arm drag go behind on the opposite side. As Angel starts to come back, I acquire the armpit. Remember what I taught? The armpit's going to pull you into the guillotine. So as he pulls, that pulls me into the guillotine. And now once I'm in the guillotine, I connect my hands, I connect my legs, whatever case that may be, and I put the top of his head on the mat for the finish. Another great tool that you can use to distract your partner from defending his neck is attacking his stance and his overall posture, okay? So if I start breaking my opponent down, say for example, I'm down to a hip, down to his back, and start putting him in situations where he feels like he has to recover, this is gonna allow you, as he's recovering, to attack the guillotine, okay? The one I'm gonna show right now is a knee tap breakdown, okay? So let's look at this.